Today I'm doing the furry friend tag. This is a tag video I've been meaning to do for a while because I love my pets so much and I really want to introduce you guys to them. The first question is, what is your pet's name? Well, I currently have 3 pets and their names are Daantje, Vrouwtje and Metteke. They already had their names when I got them. And I thought, somebody named them, so that's their name and they could keep it. What kind of pet is it and what breed? Well, I have 2 dwarf bunnies and 1 dwarf hamster. The 2 dwarf bunnies are a male and a female. They're both a different breed. The male is Daantje, he's a white of Hotod. Vrouwtje is the girl, she's a bigger race. And she is a lion's head bunny. Metteke, she's a dwarf hamster. I'm not entirely sure because they didn't tell me what breed she was, but I'm pretty sure she's a Russian pearl. How long have you had your pet friend? I got my bunnies in 2009, which is about 6 years ago, and I got my hamster in 2014. Yes, last year. How did you get your pet? I adopted all of my pets from the same bunny shelter. How old is your pet? I actually don't know for sure how old my bunnies are because they didn't know at the shelter. They had no background information on them except that he was found in the woods. Seeing I already have them for 6 years and they were both already grown and older than a year old, they're pretty old bunnies already, but they still, they're still acting like they're so young. They hop around, they play, they're so much fun. And my hamster Metteke is 1 year and 9 months old. What are some quirky things about your pet's personality? My pets' personalities are amazing. Daantje and Vrouwtje, the 2 bunnies, are the sweetest couple. They're always cuddling, they're always kissing each other, and they're always pretty much stuck together. It's like they're attached with a magnet or something. Daantje, he is so funny. He's hilarious. He always makes me laugh. It's like, well, they all make me laugh, but he's like a silly little guy. And he does things that you would be like, for example, when I don't wake up early enough to his liking in the morning, he wakes me up. So they run around not completely freely, but in a part of a room, and my bedroom is right next to that. And when I don't wake up soon enough, whatever time he decides I need to get up, he kind of grasps the little fence with his mouth and he starts shaking it really, really hard. So that makes a lot of noise and it wakes me up. And he doesn't stop until I actually get out of bed and open my door. And it's not exactly to get food or anything, it's just he decides that I need to get up because even if I don't feed him right away and I go to the toilet first or something, he doesn't make any noise anymore. He's like, okay, you're up. Then I can relax again. It's so funny. Or, when he's really excited too. He's so easily excitable. So what's really funny is when you're talking to him and you change your voice into a more excited voice, he gets really, really excited. So the more excited I do, the more excited he gets. And then he starts shaking his head and he starts jumping and he starts doing binkies. You can really, by your tone of voice, you can make him go crazy with happiness, which is so funny. And what the bunnies both do is also funny. When I'm in the way, they kind of, in a cheeky way, bite my behind because usually like I'm squatting and they're like, oh, let's just bite her butt. They do it gently though, with like a little nip, like get out of the way. And then of course I have to laugh so hard that I don't get out of the way because I'm just flat on the floor laughing. And then they start poking me with their nose like, hey, didn't you get the message? We wanted you to move. Okay. And Vrouwtje, she's calmer than Daantje, but she's so sweet. And she's kind of like an actress because sometimes she pretends to be all shy and scared, but she's really not. It's really all just an act, because then she's like, you come in the room and she's like, oh, I'm scared of you. And then you turn around and you squat, and then all of a sudden you feel her sneaking up to you. And then you feel two little paws on your back, and she's like standing and like sniffing your hair. Yeah, that's how scared she is. She's not. And she's a little diva too. She kind of she wants like breakfast in bed and things like that. She can be sitting here like on a pillow or something, and I can put her bowl like there, and she would literally only have to do 2 steps and then she would have the food. No, she's like reaching and then looking and reaching and looking, like, I can't reach it, Mom. You literally have to like put it on her pillow, and she's like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. The same with Dantje. If you give them like a little game that has food in it, like they have to get the food out of something, he has to do all the work, and then she goes and eats it. But he lets her, which is so funny. And she's really sweet too, because in the mornings, they're both getting a little bit older, and Dantje sometimes likes to sleep in lately. And so he's still sleeping sometimes when I wake up, and then she's all about food. So she loves food, and she used to just run towards her food. But now it's so cute. They're in their little house. When they sleep, they always go in there, and then they're like next to each other, and he's still sleeping, and she sees me and she sees the food, and she's like, oh, yummy food. Oh, but my boo isn't awake yet. And then she starts kissing him. Oh, it's so sweet. She starts kissing him awake and she doesn't go and eat herself until he's awake and until he goes with her and they can eat together. So cute. And Metteke, well, she's great too. Of course, I have less stories about her because she hasn't been with me for that long. And she's very excited too. She's a very happy hamster. She is really curious. She's always interested in everything, always on her back legs. And she is a little picky about her food, especially lately. Lately she's become way too picky about her food. But yeah, she's so cute. She loves to play. She loves to play with hamster toys. She really likes to throw things and, go after them and grab them and do all kinds of things, which is fun to see. And also, she uses her hamster toilet as a toilet. What are some of your favorite pastimes with your pet? I really love playing with my bunnies. You can play with them so well. You can really teach them a lot of things, and they're just so much fun. I really love cuddling with them too, petting them and seeing how much they enjoy it. If I spend long enough, cuddling with them and winding down before bedtime, they actually sometimes fall asleep against my face. Like, I'm kind of like laying on my knees and like this, and one is here and one is here, and then they kind of like drift to sleep against my face, and that's so precious. And then I'm like not moving, and I'm like, oh, this is so cute. What are nicknames that you call your pet? I have a lot of nicknames for them, just in general, whatever comes out of my mouth is a nickname, but I have a few that I use a lot. I call Dantje Banaantje, which, oh yes, the nicknames are obviously in my language, but I'll try to explain what it means, what they mean. Dantje Banaantje, it rhymes, and Banaantje is actually little banana. And sometimes I'm like, oh, you're such a banana. And I always call him a little banana. I don't know why, but he's just such a banana. I don't know. I call Vrouwtje Poppemieke because I can't find anything cute that rhymes with Vrouwtje. If you come up with anything, preferably in my language, then please let me know in the comments below. But Poppemieke, which is basically little Dolly, or Dolly, yeah, little Dolly. And Metteke I tend to call Principessa, which is princess in Italian. Oh yeah, that's another language. I don't even know why I call her that, but yes. Thank you so much for showing an interest in learning more about my furry friends and watching the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, I would like you to so much. Thank you. Bye! Snoeske, bolleke, poepkes, vriendekes, kindjes, snoepies, poepies, popkes.